the actual old school calendar.
That is an old school calendar, isn't it?
That is.
So you've moved that calendar
Yes.
into a well.
Basically, what this is the whole project is basically to give people a lot of information about the natural world through time. So generally, people live with this calendar, which is called the Gregorian calendar. It's a grid calendar with numbers on it. It has no information about where the moon is or anything that can explain, that can give people information about how to enjoy the world that they live in. So I started about 5 years ago creating the ecological calendar, which is a calendar that is full of information about the natural world. And it first started out as a wall calendar, as you can see there, flat. The days run along the bottom, and you can access the moons and much information that I'll show you on the. Anyway, that's the old school version, and recently now we've turned it into an app for the iPhone.
And this is my iPhone. I've got it on there.
Yeah, and there it is. Okay, so for instance, right now we are in January, which is the winter. We're on the 8th, and you can see there's a icon that tells you that the 11th is a full moon. So let's go there, and that's on this upcoming Sunday. We can go into this night sky, and here's the moons. You can see that they change their phases, and what happens next to them is like this. The moon on the 15th, Saturn is going to be next to the moon, so that's a conjunction. So that's an easy way to start to recognize the planets in the evening sky, because the moon comes up, the brightest object next to the moon. You look it up here; it's Saturn. So you know that Saturn is in the night sky. So now this is the 11th, and it's a full moon. We can tap on that. Information comes out just like on that we would find in the earlier calendar. And it tells us that it's a perigee moon, which means that perigee, there's apogee and perigee. Perigee means that the moon is closest to the Earth. So this is one of the two perigee moons that are going to be happening in 09, meaning that it's the brightest, it's the largest, and therefore the brightest moon you're going to be seeing this year. So if you own this app, you get to know that this is the moon on Sunday that you're looking at is going to be one of the brightest moons of the year. And that's how you can look at it when you know this kind of knowledge, when you have this kind of knowledge. So this is also the winter sky here, and the winter sky is dominated by the constellation Orion. So we can go take a look at Orion here, tap on it, and there is Orion, and it's, people recognize Orion. It's probably the easiest. We just lost you.
It could be my battery. My battery. I've been using it all day, so that's kind of how it goes. But I have it on my phone. It's $6 in the App Store right now.
It's $6 in the App Store right now. It's called EcoCal, and this is our first adventure into the digital age, and we're very excited about it because instead of being the flat version where you can only give so much information and so much access into the world, this is basically endless. And so we're starting the exploration of where this could go. Ideas we have for the future of this app is to look at to the GPS and then to your local weather forecast. So when you open the app, and it opens on the day that you open it on, you can scroll into the next week and you can see whether it's going to be sunny or raining, or what the kind of weather patterns are going to be in your area that will show up in the app. So we're looking at a lot of ways to make this sort of your tool to feel strongly connected to the planet that we live on.
It's certainly an evolution in calendars.
Yes, it's an
very
evolution
visual.
in calendars, very visual, and we're also hoping that at some point we'll bring it, that people will open this as the first thing that they see in the morning, with their cup of coffee. They get an overview of what's happening in the entire natural world, and then they go to their calendar and find out that they're going to the dentist,
Well, I think you did a fantastic job with the first version on the iPhone. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.